Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm doing a nail art video today, and it's been that long since I did anything nail art related in my room, like on clients or anything. It's been 2 months. Well, it's been just over 2 months since my last client, so I actually don't know where everything is in my room. It's taking me ages to find everything, but I'm just going to quickly show you what I'm going to be using for the video so I don't have to do it as I go along. So we've got three the Gel Box UK colours. So we've got Marbella Sunset, which is this darker orange. We've got a lighter orange, which is called Terracotta Orange. And then we've got black, which is Clicks. We've got Brilbird Glamour Gel, and it is number 14. It's this beautiful copper colour. And then I've also got a colour from Gel Perfection, which is Peachy Nude. I'm just going to be using that as a base for 2 nails because I don't have a colour on my nails at the moment. I literally just have clear builder gel. So I'm just going to use these as my base. I'm gonna do I haven't really thought it through actually. I'm gonna do my designs on these two, I think. So I'm gonna pop my base colour on them. I'll do 2 coats of this, but I'll only do 1 on camera just so it doesn't get too boring. But this is a really nice colour for bases of designs because it's really neutral, and it's full coverage and opaque with 2 coats, but it's not like a really, like, I don't know, I feel like some nudes are like creamy coloured, if that makes sense. Like, not as in cream in the colour, but just the way they are, like they're very creamy and not very subtle, so look like you've got like a full-on colour underneath design, which obviously if that's what you want then great, but if you wanted like a nice neutral nude, this one is really good. So like I said, I'm doing that on the index and ring finger, and then my middle finger and pinky finger are going to be pretty plain. But I'm using these colours because these nails are still like autumn type nails. I will be doing Christmas nails on my channel obviously, but I don't really want that to start like literally the first day of November and then have just Christmas nails on my channel for the next 2 months. Me personally, I probably won't have any Christmas nails this year because I just really don't care for them, to be honest. They're my least favourite nails to do and wear. But this year, I can't remember what my point was going to be now. I've just got that on my skin. I'll get it off in a second. Completely lost my trail of thought there. Yeah, I don't want 2 months worth, basically. These are going to be full colour nails, so I'm just going to do those straight away. So one's going to be the darker orange and one's going to be the lighter one. Yeah, not everyone, like me, like not everyone likes having Christmas nails, so I don't want my channel to literally just be Christmas nails. So I'll probably do like every other video as a Christmas set as we come to the lead up to Christmas. I think I prefer the lighter orange. I prefer the darker one, sorry, so I'm going to use this one on my pinky so there's less of it. But yeah, I'm going to do like every other video as a Christmas design, so it's not too much because we still want designs that are like winter. I don't think a lot of people, well at least a lot of people I've spoke to in this country actually know when our seasons are, which is fair enough because they are so all over the place. I've just glanced at the camera, at the phone screen, and this colour looks so bright on camera, but I promise it's really not in person. It's not neon. It just looks very bright on camera for some reason. But sorry, I've lost my train of thought again. I need to stop butting into myself because then I'll get really lost. Yeah, not a lot of people seem to actually know when our seasons are. Like, everyone just thinks like as soon as it's September it's autumn, which is not correct. Autumn actually starts quite late into September. I'm pretty sure off the top of my head it's like the 22nd, 23rd or something like that, like a few weeks in. Whereas a lot of people just think like, right, it's September, that's it. It's painted the underside of that nail without even noticing on the other hand. But yeah, it's autumn now, and then everyone seems to think the same with winter. Like as soon as it's December, it's winter. That is also not the case. It gets winter a lot closer to Christmas Day. So anyway, that's a bit of a completely random conversation that is not really linked to what I'm doing at all. But anyway, that's that's my colours done. I'll do the second coat of all of them off camera and then we can get into the design together. Okay, I've done the second coat on all of my nails. This is what they look like. The middle one and the pinky actually look very similar on camera, which is really strange because the middle one is much, much darker. They're completely different colours, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. So it's just one of those, I'm afraid. So we're going to get straight into the design. I found this on Pinterest, literally everywhere. Like, as soon as I click onto Pinterest, every single time it comes up with this design like 4 times by different people from different places on the internet. So yeah, it's definitely popular this year. So I thought that'll do. That's obviously in. So let's give it a go. I am doing this on peel off base, by the way. So I will be peeling these off at the end of this video, which we'll find out whether I'm happy or sad about when it comes to it. I'm just cleaning off my nail art brushes. I do need a couple because I want one separate that I'll use the glitter with, and then one that I can use with the colours. So I've got 3. I've got 2. I forgot one of my brushes. Where is it? It's in that drawer. Just didn't open it far enough. Gosh. There it is. Let's clean that one as well. So we're going to be doing I feel like it's like the obligatory pumpkin. Like, you have to do this every single autumn. And I just know that if I was doing clients this year, I would have done this a million times already because it's always very popular at this time of year. But, you know, I'm not working, so I've got to do it on here instead. So first things first, actually, on the middle and pinky nail, I'm going to do a bit of this glitter on them. So I'm just going into my Glamour Gel with this brush here. I always get questions on which brushes I use, and honestly, all of my brushes are just, well, majority of my brushes are just cheap ones that I get online from places like Shein or Amazon, places like that, like where you can get a big like bundle, I suppose, of brushes, like where you get 8 or 10 or something like that in a pack, and they're like £2 or something stupid. Obviously much cheaper on places like Shein and Temu than they are on Amazon, but they're the kinds of brushes that I use, honestly, and I've always got on absolutely fine. My good brushes are Erin Searles brushes, which I will show you in just a second. I'm not going to be using any of those in this video, but I will show you anyway. I don't want it coming too far down, so I am just going to go up to there. I'm going to do the same thing on the pinky. Placing it at the cuticle area, making sure that cuticle is nice and neat. I said that at the same time as making this one not neat is what I was about to say, and then obviously I just literally ruined it. I've put a bit too much on this one, so I'm just scraping a bit of product off. It's a bit much for what effect I'm after. I love these Glamour Gels, by the way. If you don't have any in your collection, I highly recommend them. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's 15 altogether, all of them, and they're all beautiful. Obviously, you don't need all of them, just get the ones you'd actually use, but they are just stunning products. Really, really good for nail art. Very, very concentrated. And then, like, the best way to describe them is they're all silver flakes, but then like encased in a coloured jelly sort of style polish, if that makes sense. So that's what gives them all their colour. I'm just cleaning that up, by the way, you didn't really need to see that. So I'm just using the same brush again, but making sure there's hardly anything on it, and I'm using it to just drag that down to create a faded effect. Drag it down quite far because I want it to really blend. I want the cuticle area to be more, what's the word, like full of glitter, and then blend it down. Am I even in focus? It's too glittery for my camera to focus properly, but I'm just tickling like just the very edge to pull it down. I'm not starting at the cuticle and then pulling, because then it won't be concentrated enough. That's the word I was just looking for. It won't be concentrated enough at the cuticle area to look like a fade. We need it to be a lot more glittery there, and then just a bit less further down, so it creates that faded look. But they're super easy to use. I absolutely love these, and they are completely flat to the nail, even though they're really glittery, because they are flakes, so that's good. So that's those two. And then on the ring finger, like I said, we're going to do the pumpkin. So I'm going to do that first. And I'm going to use I'm going to do that on the index finger, sorry, and I'm going to use the light orange for that. So just starting off by doing sort of like the top of a love heart. I'm going to do it quite high up. So that's the best way I can describe it, is like create like a love heart sort of shape. Making sure the outline is where I want it first, and then I will just quickly fill it in afterwards. Would definitely be quicker to use the bottle brush to do that, but I've put the lid back on the bottle and I've put it away, so I'm being lazy by going the long way around. So I'm just going to quickly do it off camera. So that's that nail for now, and then I'm just going to go in with the ring finger now. So we're just going to create some petals on this one. I'm going to do 2 petals of each colour, but I'm doing the petals before the stem, which isn't usually how I do it. So it is going to be a little bit confusing. I do need to have a little bit of a think about where I want the stem to be before I place my petals, to make sure that they will obviously eventually line up to the stem. But I want the black to be on top of the colour, not the other way around, because I am going to be doing the stem with black. So that's one petal anyway, and then I'm going to do another one here. Like so. Yeah, sorry, I was just picturing where that's going. So I'm going to do the next colour actually. I was going to just do that and then cure it and then carry on, but I'm going to be brave and I'm going to do the next colour of petal as well. So I'm going in with the darker orange now to do another petal. I didn't really think about what I was doing with this one. I'm going up the side with it. I want the glitter one between the 2 colours. So this one's just going to be like a half petal, I think. That's the best way to do it. It's much bigger than the other one, but it's only a half one, so it's fine. Won't be too much. Actually, if I have that there, yeah, then that one will go about there. So this one, I'm going to do... I didn't think it through. You know when I said that I should think it through, I didn't. So here we are, not having a clue what I'm doing, but never mind. What's new? When is that ever not the case, really? Okay, so there's another petal, and then last but not least, I'm going to use that other brush, because this is the one that I use with glitters, so it doesn't matter if I don't get every single speck out of it. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit on my brush first, just to sort of like trace where I want it, because the only like, not downside, but like difficulty is with this gel is that once you've placed it, like it is absolutely staying where you put it, no matter how hard you try to get rid of it if you're not happy with it. So it is worth like being really careful. My phone really doesn't like to focus on this gel, does it? But it is just so glittery, it's hard to get it to focus. Obviously I am going in with black as well, so I can use that to sort of clean it up a little bit. I don't think you're really going to see the black with this one. So I'd rather get it as close to where I want it as I can from the off. So that's that one, and then I'm going to do the one for this sort of stem, because we're doing 2 down here. Just manoeuvring the glitter around the gel to get it where I want it. all right for now. She says, and then messes with it a load more. Anyway, that's out of focus now, sorry about that. So that's what we're working with so far. I'm going to pop that in lamp for a full cure, and then we're going to go outline everything and hopefully bring it all together. Okay, so we're back. I'm going in with yet another brush now. So I'm using my black colour. So I'm just going to make sure that there's some polish on literally every single strand of my brush. So this is actually a brush that is a bit